We are just to the west of you, Coach, on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Down, 18 Gator. 54, Mike, 54.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Swing, snap.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
57.
To throw on second down. Lawrence trying to lay one. It got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Go.
57.
From the gun, Lawrence. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he pulls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Ready. Y25. Check 53. And here we go. Watch the pass.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ready. Flag. What you got?
53. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Let me know what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big run that time by Elliott. 43 yards on the ground. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Vita Vea has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Jameis to throw it. This one into the hands of Hurd. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up fourth. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on fourth. Oh, looked like they got someone to jump there. And if that's the case, this will be a first down. And a movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Working out of the gun, Winston. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To the air again with Winston. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
22 jet bombers, 22 jet bombers. Check A alpha. Yes. Let's go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. A gain there of 21 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Throwing on 1st down. Lawrence. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeForest Buckner in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
I got it. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Operating from the gun. Lawrence. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and then angle for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
36 yards on the play. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
The first down throw for Winston. And he fires one incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Play action now. Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Jalen Hurd, the intended receiver. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
80 weapons.
2nd and 4. That's caught by Howard. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Trey Hendrickson able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. Lawrence. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
He's got Evans. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. First catch there for Evans, good enough for a first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker Fred Warner right there on the coverage. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Hey, team 6, get it.
To throw again, Lawrence. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
their own 25-yard
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. On second down, it's Jones. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
He gets it. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Check 52.
Greystone, travel. Hey, wahoo!
Mike's 54.
Hit it.
On first down, Lawrence. And he finds Howard complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Hey, one set. Check, Mike. Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
I'm coming after you.
Bravo.
Mike 5-4.
Get up.
From the gun, Lawrence. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, as the first half is winding down, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25.
Ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On third down, Winston. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 22. Winston now to throw on first down. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time.
He's got a man, complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Jones. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brandon, guys do whatever it takes to have fresh legs late in the season nowadays, don't they? How about him last week? Week 16, NFC Player of the Week for his performance.
Probably means a little bit more to him later in the year, doesn't it? Because of what you just said, the fatigue for a running back throughout the season.
Shows the offseason training and the endurance that he created in order to have that type of a game this late in the season.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Play fake. Winston. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And an alley to run. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 38-yard line. Jameis now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Back now in Tampa. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well,
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, 49ers. Ezekiel Elliott with his 16th touchdown of the year. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Lawrence. Flush to his right. He completes it to Evans. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They go play action here on 1st down. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They needed a yard. They got it. 1st down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Lawrence out to the left there and complete to Howard. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter, it's a good running back dive play.
Back to throw. Lawrence nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't he?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Again, it's Elliott. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
This is Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Protein spill. Shoot.
On 3rd and 2, Lawrence. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Flushed out right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Winston to throw for it on fourth. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they